14.4 graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. If you remember, in class 9 we did 3 types: the bar graph, then the histogram, and also the frequency polygon. Right, in class 10 we'll be learning one more, and it is known as ogive. It is pronounced as ogive. So what are these? Ogives are curves obtained from cumulative frequency. Remember, we're not going to be making use of the frequency, right? Rather, we'll be making use of cumulative frequency. How many types are there? There are 2 types: less than and more than type. Right? In the first exercise, they told us only do for less than type. Okay, but we learned both. Right? So the daily income has been given to us, and number of workers are the frequency. Then this for less than, and this for more than. So remember, these are both cumulative frequency. Clear? So we'll do it one after the other, and I'll teach you how to do it. All right? So this is for the less than type. Okay, you don't need to write this. This is just for reference, right? So when we're doing this less than type, you have to write down the upper class limit. So if you look at 100, 120, which is the upper class? 120, right? So less than 120, less than 140, upper 180, 180, 200, less than 200. Use the upper class intervals. Right? Now frequency is here. So how do we find the cumulative frequency? So if you look here, how many of the workers are earning less than 120 rupees? 12 of them, right? So the first, nothing happens. Okay, now how many of them are earning less than 140? You will see that both these workers are earning less than 140, right? So you have to add these two. So 12 plus 14, you'll get 26. How many of the workers are earning less than 160? All these 3, right? Because this is earning less than 120, 140, right? So you have to add these 3, and you will get 34. How many of them are earning less than 180? All this. So you have to add 12 plus 14 plus 8 plus 6, and you're going to get 40. How many of them are earning less than 200? All of them are earning less than 200, right? So 12 plus 14 plus 8 plus 6 plus 10, and that's how you're going to get 50. All right, now let's do for the more than type. How do we find the cumulative frequency? Once again, you don't need to write this. This is just for reference, right? Here you will take the lower class interval. That means 100, 120, 140, 160, and 180. You can see, right? Right. So how many of the workers are earning more than 100 rupees? Can you see that all of them are earning more than 100 rupees? So you have to add all this, and that's how you're going to get 50, right? How many of them are earning more than 120? This 4, right? 14 plus 8 plus 6 plus 10. How many of them are earning more than 140? These 3, 8, 6, 10. 8 plus 6 plus 10. But then 160, just 2, right? 6 plus 10. More than 180, 10 of them. Okay, so there is one way to do it, but the other way, you start from the back. All right, nothing happens to the first, so write down, right? Then next you have to add these two. 10 plus 6, 16. Then next 16 plus 8, 24. Then 24 plus 14, 38. Then 38 plus 12, you'll get 50. So it is the opposite. Okay, opposite of less than. Here we did like this, right? 12, then 12 plus 14, 26, then 26 plus 8, 34, then 34 plus 6, 40, then 40 plus 10, 50. All right, so less than, you're starting from the top, and in more than, you're starting from the bottom. Okay, now let's see how the graph. All right, so this is the graph. So the daily income, it is starting from what? Less than 120, right? So you can see 120, 140, 160, 180, and 200. So you can already see here, this is the daily income. And then, like I said, remember, we're not going to be making use of this frequency, right? Only from the cumulative frequency we'll be making a graph. So you can see the largest is how much? 50, right? So I start from 5, 10, 15, 20, and it goes up. All right, so let's start plotting. So less than 120, what is the cumulative frequency? 12. So one more thing. Because we're jumping direct to 120, we're drawing this. Clear? All right, now let's go back. Less than 120 is how much? 12. So 120 is here, then 12, I'm assuming it to be here, right? Next, 140 is how much? 26. So 140 is here, then 25, then 26, right? Next is less than 160 is how much? 34. So 160 is here, then 34, I'm taking it to be here. Next, 180 is how much? 40, right? So 180 is here. If I go up, 40 will be here. And the last less than 120 is 50. So 200 is here, then 50 here. So once you have plotted the lines, you have to use your free hand and join the points. Clear? Free hand. All right, so this will give us the curve for less than type. Now let's go to the more than type. All right, same thing again. You can see that we're starting from 100, right? So 100, 120, 140, 160, and 180. So you can already see here. Once again, we're jumping directly to 100, so we have to draw this. Clear? Now let's start plotting. Once again, highest is how much? 50. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going till 50. Once you're done with that, we'll start plotting. So more than 100, 50. Right, the cumulative frequency is 50. So you can see here, 100 is here, then 50. All right, next, more than 120 is how much? 38. So 120 is here. I'm taking 38 to be here. More than 140 is 24. So 140 is here, then 24 is here. Then more than 160 is how much? 16, right? So 160 is here, then I'm taking 16 to be here. And the last, more than 180 is how much? 10. So 180 is here, 10. Once again, join the lines by using your free hand, not scale and pencil. All right, not scale, I mean. All right, so that's how we'll be drawing for more than. Now this part here, as you can see, this same question, right? But the graph, both the graphs are here. It is even the less than type is there and the more than type, right? So can you see that they are meeting? They have a point of intersection here, right? So this point of intersection, and if you go down, this will, and then this will give us the median. All right, median of daily income. Same thing if you go to the other side here, it will give us the number of median of number of workers. So just remember, okay, the middle point where they meet will give us a median, right? Okay.